Good morning, good day to you. Pulling up to my favorite store alone. I can do some grocery shopping alone. I'm excited about that. But before I do, I want to talk a little bit. This morning I'm pressed about when we pray, and we don't get what we're asking for. That's what I want to talk about. What do you do when you pray, and you don't get any results? You don't get the answer to your prayer. Now, first things first is not to say that it won't happen, that it won't manifest. But I'm here to talk about
the process of waiting.
And what do you do within the process of waiting? Okay, frustrating. Look, I'm in a process right now. I was talking to my uncle the other day, and he was just saying, everybody's talking about process. And I was like, that's so true. That's what you're saying is true. And he was like, whenever you bake a cake or whenever you do something when gold is being refined, he said, at some point, niece, the process is over. You have been perfected. So why do people say year in, year out, week in, week out, that they're in a process? 20 years later, they're still claiming to be in a process. Now, while I understood what he was saying, and it has truth, some processes do take 20 years. Some women have been barren for 6 years, 3 years, 8 years, trying to conceive a baby. And on year 8, they finally became pregnant. Some of you have sought out better opportunities, better jobs, and it took you 7 years to get your degree in order to get a better opportunity. I'm here to tell you this morning, the way is not easy. We look at social media, and I talk about social media so much because I deal with social media a lot because of my books, my podcast, the YouTube channel, Instagram. All these different ways that we promote different things that we're doing, all these different ways that I try to help and assist people with personal and spiritual development. I'm out there on social media. And I participated in a conference yesterday, and a young man was talking, and he said something so interesting. I put some of this information in my book with Wasting Time and Crazy Enough to Jump, which is my first book. When I talked about maximizing time and wasting time, I talked about social media and television. But he said it in a different way. He said, snapshot. I believe the guy's name is Oscar Wilson. He's a pastor. He said, I want you guys to write down snapshot. Snapshot stands for pictures. He said pictures are a snapshot which captures what? A moment in time. We look at pictures of people who post standing in front of their new house. Oh, sold. The house has been sold. Oh, I got my house. Oh, and the houses are so beautiful that they take these pictures in front of. You see pictures of wedding days. They're so beautiful in their beautiful dress, and the man is hugging on his wife, kissing her. Oh, they show the engagement party when she's down on her knees, when he proposes to her, and the classic, oh my God, she's crying and she's in that beautiful dress and she has that banging body. All of these pictures that we see, and we sit down and we look at it and we say, oh my God, look at that. Immediately comparing, immediately measuring our lives upon that snapshot. And as I say in my book, raw illustrations of truth. We don't see the arguments. Okay, I'm married. I've been married for 13 years. It'll be 14, I think, at the end of this year. 13, 14, something like that. Okay? I don't post when my husband and I get into arguments. I don't post when my husband and I are not seeing eye to eye. Making videos of when he's mad at me. He's in his office. I'm in the living room. I don't post things like that. Why? It's not your business. Secondly, I'm not thinking about grabbing my phone to capture such a moment. But I'm more prone to capture a moment when I'm feeling happy. When we're on the same page and when we're hugging and we're kissing, I'm more prone to capture that moment. Why? Because I'm relaxed, I'm feeling awesome, and I want to share that awesome, beautiful feeling with the world. My posting that in that moment, that's my truth for that moment. But it doesn't mean that by the time night falls, things don't take a turn. What happens when we pray? We pray, and we don't see what we want in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. But we see others that we know getting the very thing that we've asked for. We say, gosh, how can he get a good wife when he's dogged out all of these women? You know, I used to hang out with that guy, and gosh, he trashed every woman that he got with. And here he is getting married to a good woman from what I can see. And I've been single for 8 years. I've been single for a long 8 months. Haven't had sex in 8, 9 months. I'm burning over here. Gosh, I want somebody so bad, but I can't seem to find anyone. But it seems like the ones who treat people the worst, it seems like they get the blessings the fastest. They don't even claim to know God. They don't even claim to be a believer. Here I am. I believe that I'm serving God. I'm inspiring people. I'm praying so hard. I'm being faithful. I'm doing what I believe to be right. And I don't seem to be getting any results. What's wrong with me, God? Have you forgot about me? I'm going to say during those times where you don't have what you desire. And I'm speaking from personal experience because right now as I speak, there are some things that I desire really bad that I don't have. So Antoinette, what do you do during those times? Every day I get up and I continue to pursue the things that matter most to me. The things that I'm passionate about. I continue to write. I continue to record podcasts. I continue to record videos. I continue to be a mother, teaching my children. I continue to support, love, and cater to my husband. I continue to be me. I don't sit around and cry and weep about the things that I don't have. Yes, it bothers me at times. But I have to go on. I continue to enjoy life as best I can. I continue to travel and enjoy my family, friends, and associates as best I can. I may not have what I desire right now, but I know in time it's coming. I know that I will have it. It's called faith. And faith is not popcorn, Pop-Tart, where I put it in the microwave and within seconds it's hot, it's ready. My faith isn't like that. I know what it's like to get things really fast and not to be satisfied with what I have because I got it way too fast. It didn't satisfy me. I wasn't content with it because it was a rush job. It was half shot. I don't like anything rushed. I don't like anything half shot. I like things when they're right, when they're ready, when they're perfected. I'm big on that. Even with some of the things I've put out, and this is going to sound hypocritical, but I want you to really focus in on what I'm saying. I'm not satisfied right now with the way that my podcast sound, but I'm not going to quit and put it aside and say, well, whenever I get the amount of money to get this big production or this really great mic, that's when I'll start recording. No, I'm not going to do that. Why? Because the content is flowing out of me now. So I'm going to capture that flow, not wait. Because who you are is supposed to shine through no matter where you are, no matter how low you are. You should still be doing and being exactly who you are. You don't just show up when all the money is in the account. You don't just show up when you have the best spouse. You don't just show up when you're feeling the best physically. You don't just show up when you have the best clothes or when you lay it down and got that surgery. Now you have a big butt, nice boobs that sit up high at attention. Attention! Boobs like that. Yeah, when I was in high school, some of the girls on the Raider Rat Squad, the dance Rat Squad with the band, they would say that about my boobs. They would sit up so high, and they would get in front of me, and they would say, Antoinette, attention. things have
changed.
But I'm just saying, you don't wait until things are perfect before you be exactly who you are, before you celebrate life. I don't have everything that I want. Things that I'm doing right now is not perfect. Even though I strive for perfection, even though I'm a perfectionist, sometimes my perfectionist ways have held me back. It has kept me from putting out stuff. And when I put it out in an imperfect way, the responses that I receive, the lives that were helped, people who have launched companies, people who have written books, because I spent that time and I did what I had to do. Although I was praying, this is the kicker, although I was praying for better equipment, although I was praying for more resources, although I was praying for a better network, although I was wishing for better. Oh, I wish I had it like that. I wish I had lights like this. Oh gosh, the comparisons that I've made, the way that I have measured myself, and I'm so done doing all, man. When those thoughts come to my mind, I quickly throw that stuff over my shoulder because I say, no, it does me no good. I am imperfectly perfect. That's the way that I view myself. With all of my flaws, with all of the things that I do not like, do not have, man, whenever I get those things, I'll get it. But until then, what am I going to do? This is what I'm saying to you today. Before you get all of those prayers, whenever things are just so perfect for you, what are you going to do between that time? Will you still appreciate God? Will you still worship God? Will you still walk around with a smile on your face? Will you learn to be content? I'm not telling you how to be satisfied with imperfections, but can you learn how to be content and say, you know what? Regardless of me not having everything that I desire, I'm still thankful. I'm still going to serve mankind. I'm still going to show up I'm going to show up for life 100%, not 22%, not 13%, like our cell phones get on, not 2%, and then we're running to go get the charger. No, we can't go throughout life like that. We have to charge up. We have to charge up. Whether it's 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whenever you find yourself growing weak, you need to go charge up. And sometimes you don't need to allow yourself to grow too weak, like the cell phone. And by the time you're trying to put the charger in there, the phone is going dead. It doesn't have enough strength to take a picture. I know my phone's like that. Once the battery is so low, I can't even take a picture or shoot a video because the battery is too low. Sometimes when we don't have what we want, our strength and our energy goes down and we're not able to show up for life. We're like the cell phone. We can't record a podcast. We can't stay up and work on our vision because we're too worn out. We are depleted. God heard you when you prayed the first time. God saw your need before you knew you had it. So to become upset and unfruitful because you don't have what you want is very hypocritical. Because it says that you are a conditional person. You will show up for life based on conditions. If everything is right, you'll show up. Don't be a conditional person just because your prayers aren't answered. So you find yourself jealous and envious of other people because you don't have what they have and you want it. We still have to show up for life, whether our prayers are answered or not. You may never get what you think you want. God may decide to bless you with what you need. It hurts when we want stuff so bad and we can't seem to get it. But when I look at my life right now, as I said earlier, it's things that I want. And I feel myself getting emotional because I know this is so important to a lot of people. But when I look at my life right now, I see I have everything that I need. I'm healthy. My husband is healthy. We have 4 beautiful daughters. They're all healthy. I have shelter, car to drive, money in the bank. I have a great family, father, brothers, sister-in-laws, cousins, family, and friends. I have everything that I need. But you know, living in this world and being a part of this world, if you're not careful, when you're focused on the wrong thing, it'll have you wanting and desiring things that are not good for you. Take some time and really think. Make a list. I have a list inside the first book that I wrote, Crazy Enough to Jump. I made a list, and I believe in session 5, maximizing time. You can check me on that. I made a chart in there that says important, needs, wants, second priority, something like that. What are my needs and what are my wants? What's top priority and what can wait? We have to learn to go by that list and really look at, man, what is it that I need? Let me go after the things that I need, because that's more important. My wants can wait. That's second nature. My life does not depend on my wants, but my life does depend on my needs. What are our needs? It's very important that we get clean air, oxygen. It's very important that we flush our systems out with clean water. It's very important that we get our fruit and vegetables inside our body, not loaded with sugar, not loaded with salt, but in its natural form. It's very important that we get those things. Sleep, a good night's sleep, not 2 or 3 hours, 8 to 10 hours of sleep. It's very important that we get those things, that we get the physical touch. It's very important that we get physical touch, taste, feel, hear. Taste, touch, feel, hear, see. Those are our needs that are important. Facebook. I got to jump on Facebook. No, that's just a want. Oh, I got to upload on Instagram today. That's just a want. Oh, I got to jump on Snapchat to see what everybody is doing today. That's just a want. And if you stay on there too long, you're going to find yourself feeling bad about your situation, especially if your friends and associates are over there in Hawaii, Bora Bora, and you've been saving for 2 years and you haven't been able to get over there yet. Needs. Focus on your needs. One of your needs may be you need to spend more time on that business idea so that you can get the money to get over to Hawaii and Bora Bora. But we spend so much time on our wants, going after our wants, that we can't nourish the needs that will take our lives to the next level. I'm not telling you not to pray, because prayer is communion between you and God. You got to keep that line of communication open. But make sure you're not down here stressing over wants when your needs are going unnoticed. I'm going to get to the store so I can go get some food and drinks for my family, because those are our needs. And I'll talk to you guys next time.